Hi, Desiree Alexander again. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about what is the difference between a Chromebook and a traditional laptop. So, some differences, some similarities. The biggest difference is that you're using the Chrome OS, that you are no longer using Windows, but you're using Chrome and Google for everything on that device. So as soon as you open your device and you start playing with it, you'll see that you're not really saving anything to the device because the device does not have a hard drive. So on your laptops, when you're saving things, you can save it to the desktop and save it on your hard drive. But on your Chromebook, you're actually saving everything using Google products. So you're actually going to be using Google Drive to save all of your information on. So if you've ever heard of cloud storage, that's what you're saving all of your stuff. You're saving all of your stuff on the cloud, and you're saving all of your stuff on Google Drive, which is the cloud storage that you're going to be using on your Chromebook. You're using like I said, Chrome OS. So that means when you open it up and you go to the internet, you're using Google Chrome. You won't have the option of using other browsers. You're going to be using Google Chrome and Google products for everything. So that means instead of using let's say Microsoft Word, you're going to be using Google Docs. So you're going to be using all the Google Docs, all of the Google apps for all of the information like your Google Slides, Google Sheets, and anything like that that you want to work on, you're going to be using Google products. So if that scares you just a little bit because you're not used to using Google products, do not fear. There's so many great resources out there, including the EdTech team classes on Google Docs and Google Apps that can help you manage and kind of go through that transition. In this course that you're taking right now, we're actually going to talk about how to start using your Chrome OS. So don't worry, we're not leaving you in the dark. These are just the introductory videos, and then we're going to hop straight into content. So another thing you want to think about are the different ports that you have on your Chromebook. So you can see that you have some of your traditional ports like your USB, you have your headphone jack, you have your HDMI. So you have some of the traditional ports that you have on a laptop, but you do want to look at the specs of the different brands that sell Chromebooks so you can see if you're getting exactly what you want. When talking about the different brands, they have HP, Acer, Google Pixel, and so many more. You want to go to those websites and search around and see what you're looking for. Do you want a touchscreen? Do you want one that can transform into a tablet? Do you want a more traditional non-touchscreen one? So you want to look at the different options that you have and go to those different websites and look at the different brands and see exactly what you want. One of the biggest questions that I get with the Chromebook when you're talking about physicality is how do I right click? If you don't have that wireless mouse that I talked about in an earlier video, then to right click, you really just sit there and you don't know what to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to take two fingers as so and click on the mouse pad. So two fingers, click, and that's what makes a right click on the actual Chromebook. So you see that this is my mouse pad right here. So instead of clicking like I usually do, I'm going to take my two fingers and tap. And that's what a right click is on the Chromebook. Biggest difference physically, there's really nothing else. You may use more keyboard shortcuts if you are not using a wireless mouse, but you can use keyboard shortcuts on a regular laptop as well. So that's the biggest difference, is the right click. Thinking about different specs like your battery usage, usually Chromebooks last between 7 and 12 hours. Again, it just depends on the brand. It depends on the specs of the brand that you buy. Of course, price is a big difference. Your Chromebooks usually start at least $150 and go up. So, and your laptops usually don't. So price is a big advantage when you're dealing with Chromebooks. You also don't have to worry about viruses and security. Security comes with your Chromebook. You don't have to buy a security like web root or antivirus protection is already on here with your Chromebook. So that's not something you have to go out and buy separately. When you're thinking about the memory on your Chromebook, it's usually between 2 to 4 gigabytes of memory. Again, you're not doing a whole bunch with the device itself. A lot of things are happening on the cloud using Google products. So definitely keep that in mind. Besides that, there's really no other huge major differences. The biggest is if you are not using Google right now, that's going to be your biggest transition, is to use Google and to understand that all of your stuff is being saved to the cloud. Oh, but once you get it, and once you're in it, and once you start using it, you are going to love it. That is a promise from me to you. So those are just a little different, some of the differences between a laptop and a Chromebook.